I'm Suzy Bogguss, and I got started at a pretty young age. I played, well, I didn't play anything in the beginning. I actually sang in the church choir first. Started when I was about 5 years old, and I got my first solo, and kind of that's where the bug bit me to be a ham. And from that point on, you know, I lived in a very small town, and so I was in all the chorus and the band and all those sorts of things, the musicals in town and stuff, but it really never occurred to me that you could make a living. I didn't know anybody in my town, you know, that had ever actually been paid to sing. So that was kind of a new thing when I went to college. Graduated college with a degree in art, and I bought a camper truck and I started traveling around the country for about 5 years. Had the, you know, the typical dog plus guitar, and I went all around the country and worked a lot in the ski resorts and that stuff out west. Became really enamored of the mountains, and I always kind of thought that I would, you know, stop and find some place to begin my career as a jeweler, because I basically studied metals mostly in the art program. But eventually I just went, hey, maybe I'll just make a beeline for Nashville, and doors opened for me, and I was really a fortunate girl, so I'm happy. I love my career, I love my life, I love traveling. You know, I have been off the major label thing for a while now, and been, you know, sort of my own boss, and whatever project I want to do, I do. And sometimes that's a great thing. Sometimes it's sort of like a painter that has a clear canvas, you know, it's like you have this white thing in front of you and you go, what do I do? I tend to just sort of let things go until I get some sort of a signal that says, okay, that's what I want to do, and trust my gut, and then just go with it. The last few projects I've done have been kind of thematic. I did a jazzy record that I wrote most of the songs for, and a friend of mine produced it in New York. And then I did a folk album because I'd been on tour with Garrison Keillor. And right after that, I did this project that's all Merle Haggard songs. I grew up listening to Merle Haggard. My dad was a huge country music fan, and when he let me start driving his car when I was 16, at that point it was just his fishing car, so it always had a canoe up on the top, and it was a 1968 Dodge Polara, and it had all these great 8 tracks of Merle Haggard and Buck Owens and Eddie Arnold and just all these greats. And that's where I started like identifying with, I am a country music fan, and all my friends sort of started seeing me that way, and you know, I was learning how to play the guitar, and it just sort of one thing went after another.